Well, today's the day we start getting ready for the market, and I've got this really nice looking basil growing out here in the garden. Some of it's trying to go to seed, which I'm going to clean up, and we're going to make pesto to sell at the market tomorrow. I'm picking it off and putting it in this bucket. I've got a stainless steel bucket here that's going to hold, I don't think it's going to hold all of it. I'm going to have to go empty it and get some more. So I'm going through and I'm picking off the basil, especially anything that looks like it's making a seed. If you can see that in the sun, see how it's trying to bloom there in the middle? That's trying to make a seed. If I let it do that, then my basil plant will stop producing. This one's got a pretty big blossom on it. So that's what I'm doing right now. This is what a plant looks like before I pick the basil off of it. And this is what it looks like after I picked it. I've gone through and I've topped off every branch. I've left some small branches that are growing in there that'll be big next week that I can pick. But pick it pretty clean when you pick it. We need fresh garlic for our pesto, so I'm out here in the garden house and gonna get a bunch of it here. That one broke off. I had to reach down in there and get it. There's a nice bunch of garlic for our pesto. I've picked the basil. I've got a large crate of it here, and we're going to work on it, take the leaves off the stems, wash it up, and prepare it for pesto making.
We've got this basil that we picked earlier. We're going to make pesto out of it. So to do this, we need 2 cups of the basil. I've got my other ingredients here. We're going to use basil, of course, and then we have 3 small cloves of garlic. We're going to use 1 cup of EVOO, 3/4 cup of Parmesan cheese, and 3/4 cup of walnuts. A lot of recipes call for pine nuts for pesto. We've found that walnuts works very well for it, and it's quite a lot cheaper than pine nuts are. They're a little hard to find and fairly expensive. You can experiment actually and do various different flavors. Comes out good. Black walnuts, pepper, things like that you can add in. So let's get going with this. I'm going to use 1 cup of the olive oil. And the first thing I'm going to chop is the garlic. And I'm doing it first with the olive oil because I really want to make sure it gets blended up good. Otherwise you end up with chunks in there. Alright, so I'm going to use 3/4 cup of these walnuts. It's a little too much. It's about right. So I'll go ahead and put those in the oil, and kind of for the same reason as the garlic, I'm putting them in before the other drier ingredients to make sure they get chopped up well. Right, I think that's got that blended up pretty well. Now we'll add the Parmesan cheese in here. And the basil on top of that. This is 2 cups of basil. And that that was 3/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. Got all the basil in. I'm going to put about a half a teaspoon of salt in here. It looks so fresh and ready. So we're going to add a secret ingredient of apple mint. This is a variety of mint that we have, and we're going to put about a half a cup of it in here. It seems to add a good flavor to the pesto and kind of balance some things out. So I'll add that in here. I think it's all done. Now we'll give it a taste. See how it is. Look here. It looks like it's all blended up smoothly. Don't see any chunks or anything. So I've got some of our flatbread that we made. This is Italian. And I'm going to put some of this on here. Right. That's good stuff. I want to eat a whole bunch of that. I really like the way it tastes. I like the touch of mint in there. It adds some extra aromatic characteristics to it. It really kind of tastes like summer to me. Fresh basil. And you can't get this in the winter whenever it's cold. Well, I hope this is helpful to you. Hope you can make your own pesto out of this. And you've enjoyed watching. If you have, please subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to like this video and leave us a comment below.